Okay, I'm posting links right now. So we should be getting some viewers. Then I gotta dig around for the garage door opener and try to see what else I can find. Get the gaming link, get the YouTube link. Have any spiders here? There we go. We got anybody here? 2 viewers. Okay. I don't see. Who's there? Let's see if I. Oh, getting an issue with the. Let's see, what do I have? Hmm. Trying to get some of the other guys, the other broadcasters that participate here. Invite people. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think I goofed up the link before. There we go. I had the wrong link.
Finally, shoot.
Hey there, Mark.
Yeah, that link was a bad link, man.
Yeah, I guess there was a, I have to actually click on something here. It's not the link that's up in the browser.
Yeah.
There's a fan. That's all I got going on right now.
Okay.
I actually misplaced the garage door opener, so I'm don't have all my stuff. So
I really like that 8-inch. It's a sweet little scope. You know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just right.
And they're
not too big, not too bulky. You know. Yeah,
and used are like $300. You know.
Yeah, I know. It's they're unbelievable.
what can you say? You know.
They're fantastic.
Yeah. So right
better
now.
Better than that goddamn Borg I was messing with for the last 2 nights in a row. That I couldn't. Every time I try to focus it, every time I change cameras, I have to change a shitload of adapters to sort of randomly find the focus.
Yeah.
It's just driving me. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna rip it off and maybe I'll gift it to you. Maybe you know what to do with it.
Oh no, Mark.
I'm sick of it. I'm the kind of guy, I just want my stuff to work when I use it, you know? That's it.
So I'm going to plug in the mount, and the issue I have is whether, I mean, if I want to go after the NGCs, I think I'm going to have to put this Skyfi on and use my phone for the...
It didn't work very well the last time.
Well, the thing is, you're talking about when I had the A5100?
Yeah, the Skyfi didn't work. you were
Yeah,
having
the
trouble
reason
with the
why is
link.
I was actually in the house, and
Yeah.
tonight I'm not going to go in the house. I'm going to be out here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I should have the range.
Oh, yeah, you should be all right then. Oh, is it Gary's there? Hi, Gary. Unmute that mic, Gary. I like to hear your talk. Oh, you got no mic. Yeah, well, I'm admiring Curtis's setup here. Are you going to use the Revolution?
Well, that's all I can really do because I'm locked out of the garage, so I don't have the eyepiece that I want to use with the A5100.
Oh, I see.
So that's the genius of this that Mike put together is you have this case, and Curtis can't lose the parts and pieces because they get shoved back in here.
Yeah.
Right.
I got 3 boxes of Borg parts, Curtis. 8 million adapters in space. None of which work.
It's time for
3
Aston
boxes. I mean, I was ready to throw Borg out the dome slit about 20 minutes ago.
So I'm going to see if you want me to do the polar line.
And the thing of it is, Curtis, while just talking to you while you're working, after all of that crap and all of that money and all of that talk, it was still vignetted,
Yep.
Even though I had the camera exactly where it was supposed to be. Just so irritating. I got to give Takahashi credit. They work. It doesn't do that. So I'll just.
Okay, I got to turn off the lights so I can do the polar line real quick.
Sure.
Hey, babe, any luck finding that?
Yeah, you can still see the scope.
All right.
Gary, remind me, where are you? I forgot. Oh, oh, I know where that is. Oh. Well, you should be getting some good weather pretty shortly if you don't have it already. Good in the sense that it's not raining.
Oh, that's really close. All right. All right, guys. So just polar aligned it. You guys all there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gary's got no mic.
That's okay.
You have to read his chat.
We have. I can see we have 2 viewers on YouTube, so it's not a big broadcast, but that's okay. So I'm going to start the auto line.
Yeah, I know everybody's upset with me when I say it, but I really like the immediacy and the personal nature of a Google Hangout broadcast.
Oh yeah,
You can talk to each other in a relaxed way, you know. No lag.
you have to definitely hear the time is off. Go back and fix that.
That's a CGEM, right, Curtis?
That's right.
Yeah, man, I tell you, I've used that. I love mine to death. It just worked for me. It never gave me any trouble. And that star alignment for finding the North Pole worked great too. Wait, even I never bothered with the polar scope after I learned how to do that.
Oh, you're talking about the all-star polar line?
Yeah, works like a champ.
See, now it's got the right time. That's a weird thing about this, the star sense is that when I first turn it on, it doesn't know the time. But if I go check the time, it all of a sudden knows what time it is.
Oh, you're using StarSense you've got StarSense in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You guys can watch it do its magic. I'm going to try to find a. Let's see, how much battery we have? 80%. So I don't know what I did with that garage door opener. Oh, I just remembered. I'll be right back. I know where it is. Well, good news. I found my garage door opener. Like this
Okay, so when are you going to put the Revolution on? Is it on there already?
Well, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and check its, the
Collimation?
collimation, because I typically don't, but it's worth it. Be right back. Let me grab this stuff in the garage here.
Oh, hi, Don. Good evening or good morning.
Okay, good. So I got what I need to control the scope. I might have to restart it. I don't know. Maybe not. And I got my broken thanks to the wind and broken little guy here. It still works. I probably need to kind of weld it back on with some plastic adhesive. Okay, so right now I'm looking for my frame grabber, and I don't see my frame grabber anywhere here. What I expected it to be. So that's not good for broadcasting. It could be inside. So let's get started with this. So here's one of the things about using a doing what you might call EAA work or live viewing. Is really my dark adaptation. Hey there, Don. You guys all can hear me? Can't hear Don. Oh, he's got himself muted. Oh, I see you texting, Don. Okay, awesome. Let me open the text side so I can see that. So I'm not yet ready to take questions from the YouTube side. Looks like I only have one viewer there anyway. So let me grab that power cord, and then I'm going to go ahead and collimate my scope. There we go. All right. Now my laptop's plugged in, so battery won't die. Plug this in here. Oh, that's not working too well. I'm going to not too good. We're actually really close. Okay, I'm done collimating. That's such a hassle.
You got Bob's knobs on there?
Yeah, it came with those.
Yeah, it's handy, isn't it?
But I don't really touch the secondary.
Yeah, me too. I always leave it alone.
What am I going to do? There's a guy on CN. Hopefully you'll see this. That he knows his optics, right? But he made a comment about prime focus astronomy that you really don't need to collimate. So because of that, when I got the scope, I just didn't collimate for like the first year probably.
Well, that ranks it right up there with some of the dumbest crap I've ever heard. You're a physicist. Come on, you know better. For Christ's sake. So all kinds of.
And then when I checked it, and it actually made a difference. Wow.
Oh yeah, oh jeez. Don't need to collimate. There's some interesting people on cloudy nights, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
A lot of good guys, like John Rista. I like him. Have you seen his post on astrophotography?
Oh, somewhat.
Yeah, he's very good.
So one of the more famous things that I did there, you guys, I don't know if you guys were on that website when I did this, but there was a fellow that had those the 16-inch when Meade used to make a 16-inch Dob.
Yeah.
So there was a guy who was like, "Hey, I have the 16-inch Dob, and this Meade Dob. What do I do?" And I convinced him that it was a good idea to cut it in half and make it a split tube. And it was kind of a joke, I thought, but he actually did it, and it worked out for him.
I actually have the carcass of one of those in the garage.
Oh wow!
Curtis, the 16-inch, and I hauled that thing up to White Mountain one time up north.
Yeah. So this guy, I think his name was John. He ended up getting the handle telescope surgeon because it actually worked. Okay, so let me see if I plug this in. I don't know if that's gonna work here. Let me.
You're gonna play the Revolution, right? Because I really want to see it.
Oh yeah. So I'll plug that in a second here. So what I don't have is I don't have my frame grabber.
You gotta have that.
But what I'll do is, in the meantime, I'll just use the Revolution as it is, as it comes, which is with its screen. And I'll put it together right in front of you guys. So here's the little LN. And this is the new model. I went and traded in. Got the one with the. I don't know if this is too bright. Can't adjust the contrast on this, so you guys can't see the. It says Revolution imager there. So I also have the nose piece that the updated nose piece, which you know how sometimes you have to get a spacer.
Yeah.
Well, Mike is savvy enough to say, well, I'm paying for this nose piece anyway. Might as well have those guys do this nifty thing. So you can use the reducer, at a reduced distance, so it doesn't have as much focal reduction. Which is probably what I should do, but I'm going to go ahead and.
Well, you're f4 to start with, so you're not.
Right. I could use it natively, but I am going to put the focal reducer in because I want to try to go after Makemake as well.
Is that that's a 0.5 focal reducer?
That's right. And supposedly, I think.
Well, there's Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hey there, Jeff. I think other guys have been able to get it to focus.
Well, that is either one very dysfunctional camel, or is it a llama? What the heck is that thing? That's a llama, I guess.
It's my wife. It's
Your
my
what?
wife.
What?
It's my wife in the morning.
Oh man.
When I first saw it, I thought it was the camel that Arnold Schwarzenegger punched in Conan.
Yeah,
That's what I thought of.
it's a llama. I
Yeah.
think it is anyway. Or is that an alpaca? I can't tell the difference. They're similar, aren't they? Llamas and alpacas.
Here we
I don't
go.
know.
Here's the provided focal reducer.
So what is it? A 0.5?
Yes, it's a 0.5.
All right. So that's all 2 inches, huh?
No, this is all 1.25 inches.
Oh, that's 1.25 inches. It just looks big because of the angle. All right.
Yeah, just it's up close. So the battery's been sitting in here. Let's see if it turns on. Oh yeah, look, it's got power. All right. And one little modification I did for this for the screen. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Probably. This is the monitor. So the kit comes with this nifty case for the monitor, and I actually mounted it on the rings here. So this is just like a plastic holder.
Hey Curtis, does your I assume you've already played with it some, but does your screen rotate itself like the display? So one minute, you can read it left to right, and the next minute, it's on top and backwards and all that good crap.
There's a button that you can do that, like a rotation or something. I haven't done too much with it, but I remember that.
But I'm just wondering because even for me, after I press the rotation button so it reads like a normal human being would read it, it still fucking flips on. Sorry, still
Oh,
flips.
that's weird. Yeah, you should ask Mike about that. I don't think that's normal. So here's the UV IR filter that comes with it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I put this on here?
Yeah, I mean it'll sharpen it up. Block the IR mostly.
Yeah. It is a little bit humid tonight for the location anyway.
Yeah, there's fog in the area.
So here's
That was another reason I came in. The fog is starting to roll in here, Curtis.
Yeah.
It comes right up 76, from Oceanside and rolls right into my part of Temecula.
So here's the camera.
Yeah.
And now one thing I did in the original is this little thing that comes with it. It's like you can mount it, right?
Right.
Well, I moved it to this set of screws over here, so it's further back. So it's something I can insert in a 2-inch. If I had that modification, I haven't done it to this camera yet. So basically, here's the fun part. The part that everybody loves is like this is the wires.
Oh God, no.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what I do is, you see there's like basically 3 wires here that you can plug into stuff. Okay? See these 3 wires? Right? One is going to plug into the monitor. It's very clear. One is going to plug into this power supply. I mean, there's really only one place that power supply plug can come from, right? I mean, that's it. It's not that complicated. This is going to go up to the camera, right? This guy. As you can see, the back of the camera here. That's the only place this can plug into. And so one power cable has to plug into the back of the camera to power the camera. Okay, and then the other power cable, that's, when I say power cable, it's that round little cable right here, or round little plug, has to plug into a battery, right? And all I really need at this point is to plug into the monitor. Okay, so my massive cables, and I could do some nifty cable kind of management stuff, but you know, that's not really. I'm not at work, right? So I'm not like, you know.
Do you have the frame grabber or no?
Not yet. But let me see here.
I had to get rid of that cabling system. I just need more cable management in my life. So I got the 25-foot extension, and so I took the remote control or whatever, and I plugged that in at the end of the 25-foot extension. And so then everything, the control and all that stuff plugs directly into my computer, and it's all right next to my computer, so my scope can be wherever I put it. And then I bundled all the wires together with a Cat5 for my hand controller, and I couldn't be happier.
You can sit comfortably and run everything from a distance, and your wires don't get tangled up either.
Correct. And I think I've also sort of minimized the concept of having additional wire weight on, I mean, I wasn't really worried about the wire weight, but I don't know. I just like it because it's neater, less complicated.
Yeah. What I did on my Paramount was I put all the power supplies, and I have like 8 of them up there, and an AC strip up on the mount, so they actually ride on the adapter plate, and then the cables go ride from that. Since the power supplies are on a big low spandy bar that I've got on one of the scopes that's on the Paramount. They're Velcro. I put Velcro tape on it, and then I've just Velcroed the other side of all the AC to DC adapters. I've got 3 12 volts and some camera, a Sony and a Canon and a Nikon power adapter. I've got a USB hub and I don't know, a number of things that are riding with the scope on the plate, so that there's no relative cable motion. I only have one USB and one AC cord that come down from the scope, and all I did is route those right down the center on the polar side, so I can slew the scope anywhere in the sky without having to worry about cable wrap, and without straining. The cables never change in terms of the stress they put on the scope, if you know what I'm saying. The trick is to put the stuff up on the scope and let it move with the scope, and then you only run yourself just one USB, and I used it. I bred an AC cord. I put the AC strip up on the scope. I think it's a really cool way to manage everything, because now all that tangle of cables moves around with the scope, and then you just put yourself a big USB hub up on there, and none of that stuff is really heavy. Power supplies are on my side, but everything else is relatively light, and certainly something like a CGEM or the iOptrons, it would easily handle it, no problem. So my problem is I got too much scope up on the mount.
Okay.
There he goes.
Well, so I get it is responding, but I think the battery on this, I was having trouble with it before. I changed it out. Well, I changed it out with a different number battery. I probably should have bothered with it. So let's see here what I can get. Let me show you guys this thing working at least. So you guys will know what's going on here. Power. So there's the screen. And unfortunately, I didn't pay attention to this guy. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, this thing is getting something. I have it on auto, whatever. So let me just tell it to go somewhere. See if I can find a frame grabber. Sure. Why not? It's right up there.
You go to Jupiter, huh, Curtis?
Yeah, I got to get focused. So let's see what it does. You see the wires? There we go. See that? Okay.
Yeah.
See
That old CGEM points, doesn't it?
You guys can see the. All right. So.
I mean, just bang right out of the box.
So it looks like I need more in focus. Luckily, that's what this scope is designed for.
I think when I first set mine up 2 weeks ago, I actually, way back when I first logged in to you this evening, I had just that initial piece that screwed into the camera, but I didn't use the focal reducer or that snoot extension or whatever you call it.
When you put a focal reducer on, you always have to focus. There's more. You have to get closer. You know, you got to go in more.
Yeah. So let's see if
Makes a big difference.
it'll work without my modification. See, I gotta. I'm gonna have to change the focal reducer length here. So let's do that real quick.
That was the other thing about the board today, Curtis. They got this multi-element apochromatic focal reducer to make it f3.8, and that damn thing is god awful too. They look really slick, but if it's hard to use, it's not worth it. It looks like it should be just easy as pie, but it isn't.
So one option is I'm not gonna. The focal reducer here is optional. So we'll see what happens.
I always have this problem, Don, with new equipment. I'm just not very patient. Eventually, I'll figure out how to use it, but it's just irritating. It doesn't just work right out of the box. When you pay money for it, you expect it to work without having to do a bunch of ticky-tacky stuff.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be able to focus that once I get an extender on there. Extender that. Get this extension back on here.
Well, didn't you go all the way in, or did you go all the way out just now?
I went all the way out just now.
Okay, so you need a shorter extension than the first one.
Yeah. I think,
Then you're going to hook it up with to the computer and run it from the computer, right? That camera will let you do that, right?
Yeah, but well, no, this camera is basically, it's very simple. has the hand control where you can do the menu options. So
Well, you could if your hand controller was working, but
yeah. There's Jupiter. There's the moons. I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks like a blob to you, but I see all that stuff. Stuff real quick. Because I think what I did, because the battery was having an issue, they might have put like a little piece of paper there so it doesn't kill this little battery. Okay. At least I can do some fine focus here and then. Mess around with that later. Okay, so let's see what's next. So now in terms of cable management, right? So I put this monitor right here, and really what I'm planning on doing, I kind of joked about not caring about it, but really besides this, right? This can hang off to the side. It's okay, but all these cables in the battery, I was planning on just putting it along the scope, kind of like what Mark was describing, which really doesn't really bother. The mount is robust enough; it doesn't really bother.
no, yeah, that CGEM will do that all day long.
Yeah. So really, this is more of like kind of like basically, I just need to get around to putting some zip ties on this, and then attaching it to this guy.
They say the weight on the CGEM is 40 pounds, but it's more like 65 or 70. You just got to you don't have enough counterweight out there, that's all.
Yeah.
But I see you put the extension on.
Yes, on the counterweight. Yeah, I got the long shaft from ADM.
Mm-hmm.
Something they got right is that part. And actually, just so you guys see how far this goes, this is I have it tied up here, but this is the cable that comes with the camera in terms of the video signal. I mean, it's relatively long, right? And the other cable is that power cable. That's where the battery is. And that power cable kind of basically, I mean, this part really stays with, connects to the monitor there through this. Okay? So anyway, it's a nifty little system. If when you're starting out something like this, or just even not starting out, just even having something that just works. Like as you can see, for me, things fall apart. I forget what they are because my priorities are elsewhere. But this doesn't work, but I got that back there. And this is something that I knew that the battery had gone bad. I didn't do anything about it. Anyway, so let's see if I can get the scope pointed somewhere else. Although I'm wondering about a good setting. What is up right now? You guys have any suggestions for something bright and?
I was actually going to say something more difficult.
Or
well, just try lunar.
Like
that's a good start.
Stuff right there.
I was going to say something you think might be sort of at the end of the range for the camera.
Yeah, I could try that, but the problem is without the hand controller working, it's a little bit difficult to play with the settings a lot.
Ah, yeah.
You have the little buttons back there, right?
Yeah.
So
So either Jupiter or the Moon is pretty much the easiest things.
Yeah, and right now I have the reducer on Jupiter. Let me see if I can find, because I want you guys to be able to see the.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, give me a minute to see if I could find my frame grabber, and I'll be right back.
Good night, Gary. Donald, so is your mount still broken? That's a CEM 60, right? Oh, good. So the program, the Astro Live actually crashed the mount. That's interesting. That used the ASCOM interface to get to the mount, correct, Don?
It does. It started to work again, but was okay, let me check. Well, so far no luck. Let's see here. Try to. I'm going to try to light this a different way. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to turn off the floodlights because I don't want to bug all the neighbors as it gets later here. I'm in the almost midnight time frame. So there is a frame grabber in here that is a it's a Diamond VC500 non-Mac. Yeah. And this is the one Jim Turner sent to me with the Malin cam that I bought from him. Let's see if I've never used this with my Mac, but I heard it might work.
The Diamond 500 does work with Mac, Curtis.
Yeah, I think it might. So the question is,
I have one of those.
How far can I get here with the...
Although I haven't used a frame grabber in almost a year now.
See, the thing is, I'm used to bringing it in S-video. This is not S-video.
That won't matter. NTSC will be fine.
Let's see. And so I'm going to need to open Malin Cam Control, see if it sees it. Turn off this. Maybe I need to press the button. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Not showing up here.
Oh, you're not seeing the frame grabber?
Video device. Let's see, rescan. Yeah, it's not seeing it.
May need a driver.
Yep, I think so. Yeah, let me check inside one more time, see if I can find it.
Looks like I may be screwed from doing anything tonight. Looking at the weather.
Oh, your weather's going bad there?
It's still bad, at least for Fridays. Thunderstorms likely in the evening. Chance of scattered thunderstorms later on. 80% chance of rain.
Yuck.
But it looks like next week is all clear, and next week happens to be spring break. Problem solved.
Well, are you right on the coast there, Jeff?
No, I'm in Montgomery.
That's what I thought. You're up north.
Yeah. So either A, the weatherman is wrong for tomorrow or tonight now, which we can hope, or B, he's right about spring break, in which case I can play around every night of the week.
I think the seeing's settling down here. I think I'll put the Maxudov on tomorrow if I get home from work. If things go good at work, I may be there very late. That's because the system got finished and I can test it. But if they don't go good, I'll come home and I'll put the 7-inch Mac on, take the other stuff off, and just do some planetary, while Jupiter's up high. It's beautiful right now.
Yeah, Jupiter's in good shape. Well, you could always use the Malin cam, right?
No.
Oh, thank you.
You can use it, yeah.
Yeah, I could use it.
Yeah,
No, you
just
can't.
go ahead and use it. What the hell?
I could use a Sony as well, which is easier because it's wireless, right? Yeah, let me see. Let me check real quick. I think the driver is all I really need. So why don't we do that? T500 Mac driver.
Are you trying to use a special program like Astro something or other for
Oh,
either?
I'm trying to use Miloslick to bring in the video. You see, I know there's the Mac version of this device, which works really well. And hold on, let's see if I switch these over. Yeah, I don't see anything obvious. Hey Don, do you happen to know where the drivers are for this EC500? I'm gonna try. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna try cam twist. See if it sees it. I mean, it does have video sources, but no, it doesn't see it. Quick cam twist. So, okay. Just to take a look. It's a great setup. I like how, see how Jupiter's just solid, just stays right there. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take out the reducer that's in there. So if we're going to do bright stuff, I don't need it. But before I do that, let's go ahead and see if I can do some real time, like just try to view something cool. And let's see if I can connect to the scope and send it over to some galaxies or something nonsensical. And see if it'll just work now. Unfortunately, it's without that, and I know I left that thing inside the house somewhere. It's separated from this other stuff, so I'm not sure where it is, but let's see here. Sky Safari 4. There we go. Telescope. Connect. Target. Okay. Set up connection. connection over serial connect. Let's see. All right, I'm connected. Right on Jupiter. So, let's see here. We want to go to Makemake. Go to Makemake.
Pillars of creation.
We're going to Makemake.
So you're going to show us the screen, Curtis, if you're connected?
Yes. If I get there. Now, what I'm going to do is battery's not weighing down the camera. Oh, there's a star right there.
Hey Don, I think I'm gonna start using the 414 C again. It's a little better than the Infinity. I guess I attribute it to the cooling. It's got, I mean, theoretically it has to be better, and it just seems like it's slightly better. The Infinity has a couple of hot pixel artifacts and some other stuff that, while the software is good, it doesn't completely get rid of it. Also, the 414 shape factor presents no additional obscuration to the front of the scope. Fits nicely inside the window, if you will, with room to spare on all sides.
So
I wish it had the Infinity in a cylindrical form factor instead of the box.
And you guys can't see my screen, so let me do this. It'll make for maybe a little better.
Well, aren't you able to select the? There you go.
You guys,
Yeah.
see my screen. So this is the way I just so you guys know how I'm able to help you out. Like I can see I have in here. Notice I have the 11-inch RASA, so with the ICX 825 camera.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I entered a bunch of scopes.
Oh yeah.
So right now I have approximately an AT8IN with a, let's just say it's 0.75 reduction. I don't know exactly. And the camera is LN300. So that would give me the field of view.
Oh yeah.
So now I don't know if the orientation is right, but looking at this, the brightest star here is the one we were,
Is that the one we were looking at last night?
Yeah. So
I don't see that other guy. There were two of them, a blue one and the orange one.
So the three stars so Makemake is there now, right? So if you remember the three stars, that was the blue one where my cursor is now.
Oh, I see.
The one in the middle that was brighter. This is brighter than that. And that third one, it doesn't show up in Sky Safari, but shows up in the Wiki Sky.
I see.
And I posted that on and Makemake happened to be right next to that, and that happened to be a red star.
So that's what we were looking at for sure.
Right. And so that faint little smudge right next to it, that was Makemake.
Was that the motion we were seeing on Makemake then? It was elongated for sure.
Well, that's the thing. It got so close to that star. I don't know if it eclipsed it or not. It may have. It was very, very close.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
interesting.
might have gotten it right when it was coming off that star. Anyway, so Makemake is headed up here towards this, and
Uh-huh.
the whole thing about um, this program is you could tell it to show. I select this object, show its orbit, and there's the path.
Yeah, very cool.
So this is where it was, 2 days ago. Where
Good
it is
night.
now,
Thank you.
heading up that way.
Are you going to tell it to go to it? Hey, good
I
night,
already
Don.
did. I already did. Yeah, that's where it is now. So you see that?
Yep.
That's where.
All right, so let's see the mountain cam screen. Or the
Well, hold on. Let's
Miloslick screen.
go back to the. Hold on. We're seeing the infinity thing happening. Oops. So, okay, there we go. So. There's 56. I think this goes up to 1024, right? There's 1024. So that blew it out. This is a really. Let me lower the ADC here. Oh, there we go. I got stars. Okay, so one thing I did not do. Oh, connection failure. What did I do? Connect. Okay, disconnected. Come on. Telescope. Setup. Oh, so I'm connected. All right. So I did not go to a bright star in focus, so let's do that. I got the Batinoff mask hopping away right here, or kind of so I can just pick what I think is a bright star. I really like it when it's directly connected to a program like this because just so much nicer to just tell it to go someplace and it does it. It's I find that the phone is a little bit problematic for that. Well, that'd be interesting if I get that on the screen. I'm going to take a good photo of it with a cell phone if I do. Let's see if this. I don't think that's bright enough. It's brighter. Oh, Arcturus is down there. Go there. So I have this on 3D DNR, so I got to wait for the update. But because I haven't set the bright star, I should probably change that out. So I don't have I don't have the I don't have a
is it fair?
Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Got to go inside and check on the little one. Okay, guys, I'm back. Let me start setting some alignment points in the area. Right, you guys there?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. Let me reconnect. Let's go to this guy. Yeah, unfortunately, the easy way I don't know what I pressed, but somehow I turned off the sense up. Interesting. Here we go. There we go. I see a bunch of stars. And yeah, I don't see any galaxy in that field of view. I don't think the go-tos are spot this case. Last time I needed to go a little bit off to the side.
Are you able to show us a screen?
Not directly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this frame grabber is not compatible with the Mac.
Gotcha.
I didn't find anything on that.
That's odd because the one I have does work with a Mac. Same
Yeah.
one.
It might be like a software thing, but
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm close by here. Let me check. I have a feeling that those stars are those stars, and they kind of point towards that. I think we're right next to this galaxy. Let's see what it does. Interesting. It looks like there's something there, but pretty thin. Yeah, I don't think that one's a solid target for this. Let's go do something brighter, like which is really close by in the area. The black eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give this just a. Let me just give this a few minutes here, because I put the 3D DNR, and we'll be able to see if that you guys can kind of see the screen, but if it shows up, I'll give you a close up. You'll be able to see what I see. So far, there's really nothing there. Well, I've seen painter starts there, and unfortunately, without a good go-to, I don't think Makemake is a likely candidate. Am I looking at that wrong? What is that? Okay, let's go to M64. Interesting. M64 is kind of bright, right? From what I remember.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Pretty. Yeah, so I probably have. See, the thing is, the lens, I have it on DC. I think it's supposed to be on something else. That gives me. Whoa, okay. There we go. Now, see how it's blown out there? That's what I expect. Okay. Look at those two. See, even with that reducer, I'm at kind of a narrow field of view. This guy. So, there we go. I see a little thing fuzzy there. That's more like it. Okay. I can see the eye and the blackness. Little black spot. Just center it. All right, I'll get that. Put the DNR on high. Is basically stacking 3, and then I can lower the brightness there. If you have a pretty. So it looks like I'm okay. The go-to's a little bit off, right on the edge there, the actual object. Which if I tell it, you think it'll know? Line. Oh yeah, okay. I just told it. Yeah. Good. So maybe that'll fix it. Okay. All right. So let's see if I can get you guys a view of this screen here. It's kind of bright, isn't it? Let's see. Menu. Turn down the brightness. With auto adjust, come on Come on, Apple. We're counting on you, Apple. No. Come on, Apple. No, it doesn't know enough. Let me get it closer. I think if I get it right there where the light sensor is. There you go. See that?
Yeah.
It's pretty ugly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. I think yeah, I think because this is pretty raw, right? This is just coming out of the camera. I think once you get it through, one of these programs where you can really do some stuff, it's got a lot of potential. I'm really connect. Tell it to align on that again. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to NGC 4725. Go to Did it do anything? It seemed to kind of stop right in the middle of that. Okay. Wow. There's a bit of a lag, right, with this thing. Is that better? Better. Yeah, I see the galaxy right there in the middle. Still catching up to the go-to. Really interesting. I think I'm going to talk to Mike about getting that extension thing. Although I wanted something longer, like the 50 foot, because that way I could be inside while this is going on. And I can just have the USB. I have a 50-foot USB. I can just bring in the cable for the mount control. Yeah, that'll be nice. Do that on. Working. So I think if I'm going to use this, I really need to get that Sharp Cat program that everybody uses for this thing, because somehow they're able to, do all this stacking and get some, and clean it up quite a bit, right? So just like with the mountain cam with Miloslick, it wasn't really worth it for me unless I was able to do that, you know. And the same is true here. I think it's really worth it if. Let's see. What's going on there? I saw like a flash. Let's see. Right on target. So it's not the alignment. It's the camera control. I'm not. Yeah, I can see NGC 4725 is a faint fuzzy on the screen. Because I was pressing the buttons, I need to wait for the SAC to clear.
What'd you do with the screen grabber, Curtis?
I have no idea. The last time I saw it, I was taking pictures for the mount cam. I thought I put all the cables in there, and that screen grabber, because it works with my Mac, I kept it separate, but I have no idea. No idea what I did. Definitely not in the box. Ah. So. I think I was hoping I wouldn't need a screen grabber ever again. Okay. I'm pretty convinced that the go-to is good, so I'm going to go to the area where Makemake was, so I can, you know, at least get a snapshot of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there I can, you know, go to something easier. Oh, that was a big yell.
Somebody yelling in the middle of the night?
Yeah, some baby over there.
Oh.
It sounds like it's coming from my. Okay. The star pattern. Wow. I'm seeing some things. Yeah. Take a snapshot of this.
Well, I hate to do it, Curtis, but I gotta hit the sack because I gotta be up early tomorrow morning. So.
Oh no, I understand, Mark. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna.
if you get a snap of it, then go ahead and post it so I can get a look at it, will you?
Yeah, we'll see what we can pull out of this. It's going to be very faint, and I don't know if it'll make it, but
Appreciate all the effort.